What is economic education? The scholarship of teaching economics is the focus of economic education or economics of education. It covers the topic to be taught, teaching methods, method evaluation, and information of general interest to economics teacher from elementary to graduate level. Economics education or economic education is a field within economics that focuses on two main themes: the current state of and efforts to improve the economics curriculum, materials and pedagogical techniques used to teach economics at all educational levels. So, ang pasabot ani ang current situation as well as ma-measure para ma-improve ang education, ang economics program of all levels of education, resources, and teaching approaches are utilized or gigamit to teach or magtudlo og economics. So, ang kaduha kay research into the effectiveness of alternative instructional techniques in economics, the level of economic literacy of various groups, and factors that influence the level of economic literacy. So, during a part, ang pasabot ani, ang usefulness of lain-lain nga economics, instructional methodologies sa level of economic literacy among sa distinct groups, and mga factors nga makadetermine sa economic literacy are all investigated. Economics education is distinct from economics of educations. Means lahi siya. The study of economic concern connected to education, such as demand for education, financing, and provision of education, is known as economics education, while the application of economic principles, concepts, and rules to the educational process is known as economics of education. So, kani siya, kay naa siya off. So, ang usa walay off, ang usa naa. And walay off or kaning economic education kay relate siya sa teaching sa economic. While ang naay off or kaning economic of education kay application or pag-apply siya in real life. So, economic of education or economic education, which focuses on the economics of the institution of education. So, this article discusses the field conceptually and also provides a general outline of the typical curriculum. So, in the end, our young people or kita naka-learn how to make efficient decision in managing our or their own finite resources, such as atong oras o kwarta, through sa pag-study how markets work. So, kita or ang educator nagtudlo og decision and choice-making process along the way that they can use in many aspects of their lives.
So, characterization. So, Akaraowe found that economics education can be seen as a process, science, and a product. So, I'll tackle about the process and as a product of science. So, as a process, economic education involves a time phase of inculcating the needed skills and values on the learners. In other words, it entails the preparation of learners should be economics educator, teachers, and disseminating of valuable economics information learners in order for them to living by engaging in meaningful ventures. So, it is important to have time pace to have skills and values of the learners. Also, it is the preparation of the learners to have information in all aspects, to be literate in everything we do. So, science is a process because the scientific method make any hypothesis or theory open to be proven against during the process. The accurate ideas are being there as making theories. So the second is as a science. So it means that it is a body of organized knowledge which is subject to scientific test, So, in science, science may be sometimes seen like a collection of isolated and statistic facts listed in a textbook, but that's only a small part of the story. So, science is also a process of discovery that allow us to think isolated facts into coherent and comprehensive understanding of the natural world. So, as a product, so economics education involves the inculcating of saleable value, skills, disposition which are desirable by employers of labor and the social at large. So, science is a product because without those historic steps, a yet more complex idea could not have appeared. So, scientific claims that are based on testing explanations against observations of the natural world and rejecting the one that fail the test.
Organizations. There are numerous organizations all over the world devote resources toward economics education. So, the first one is the Council for Economic Education or CEE. The Council for Economic Education, the new name since 2009 January of the National Council on Economic Education, is an organization in the United States that focuses on the economic and financial education of students from kindergarten through high school. So, the Council for Economic Education's mission is to teach K to 12 students about economics and personal finance, and they have been doing so far nearly 70 years. The goal of the organization is to reach and teach every child in every district and school so that they can make better decisions for themselves, their families, and their communities. The next one is the Foundation for Teaching Economics. So, Foundation for Teaching Economics is an organization founded in 1975 that promotes economics education by hosting free workshops for high school students and teachers and by providing educational resources to teachers. The mission of this organization is to introduce young individuals to an economic way of thinking about national and international issues and to promote excellence in economic education by helping teachers of economics become more effective educators. So, the next one is Junior Achievement or JA. JA or Junior Achievement Worldwide is a global non-profit youth organization founded in 1919 by Horace A. Moses, Theodore Vail, and Winthrop M. Crane. JA works with local businesses, schools, and organizations to deliver experiential learning programs in the areas of work readiness, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship to students from ages 5 to 25. Junior Achievement's purpose is to inspire and prepare young people to succeed in a global economy. There are too many kids who do not have access to education, which is crucial for their future success, like personal financial responsibility, budgeting, critical thinking, career readiness, and demonstrating an entrepreneurial drive. That's why Junior Achievement is there to help. Next is the Federal Reserve System. By December 23, 1913, when President Woodrow Wilson signed the Federal Reserve Act into law, it stood as a classic example of compromise, a decentralized central bank that balanced the competing interests of private banks and populist sentiment. So, the Federal Reserve Act mandates that the Federal Reserve conduct monetary policy so as to promote effectively the goals of maximum employment, stable prices, and moderate long-term interest rate. The Economics Network. The Economics Network is one of the subject networks originally established by the Higher Education Academy, or HEA. On its founding, it was known as the Learning and Teaching Support Network, or LTSN, for economics, later becoming independent of the HEA. So, the Economics Network is the largest and longest established academic organization devoted to improving the teaching and learning of economics in universities, running Europe's International Economics Education Conference. The next one is the Economics and Business Education Association, or IBEA. IBEA, the professional subject association for everyone interested in the teaching and study of economics, business, and enterprise. In 2021, Berkham International University joined the IBEA, the Economics, Business, and Enterprise Association, as an institutional member. So, IBEA is an institution that caters individuals who are interested in teaching and studying economics, business, and enterprise. They provide trainings and seminars for those who are interested to join in their association. Next is Rethinking Economics. Rethinking Economics is a network of academic scholars and students in several countries that promotes pluralism in economics. It grew out of the broader International Student Initiative for Pluralist Economics and has groups in the United Kingdom, Italy, the Netherlands, India, Bangladesh, the US, Norway, and many more countries. So, Rethinking Economics is an international network of students and teachers promoting a change in the economics towards more critical engagement, pluralism of theories, and real world applicability of the discipline. Then, the last one is the Global Association of Economics Education, or GAEE. So, GAEE was founded in 2017. The Global Association of Economics Education, or GAEE, has grown from a regional network of economics academic clubs into an international association of 30 chapters over 10 countries. So, on a global scale, especially in Africa and Asia, GAEE is a non-profit organization that transforms conventional curricula into free, interactive learning platforms aligning to daily life and real-world problems. So, those are some of the organizations that devote resources toward economics education.
Classical economics. It is a broad theory that focuses on supply and demand as the driving forces behind the production, pricing, and consumption of goods and services. So, kini siya, nagpakita ni siya or nag-promote sa growth sa mga labor or bisan unsang services and products. Dayon, go-focus sa siya sa mga production para i-sure nga ma-distribute goods sa mga market. From the word, driving forces. Mao ni siya ang mag-monitor sa production, sa pricing, o sa consumption sa goods and services. So, explain the real-world economics phenomenon such as first is the financial crisis. In a financial crisis, asset prices see a step decline in value. Businesses and consumers are unable to pay their debts, and financial institutions experience liquidity shortages. So in 2008, daghang tao nga naka-experience of financial crisis. Ang economy naman na magkaubos. Ang pinaka-worst pa jud mao pa jud ang pinaka-grabe nga kalamidad sa economy. So good atong Great Depression nga niresulta sa pag-ubos sa presyo sa kanang pabahay o paspas nga pagtaas sa paggawa sa trabaho sa mga tao. So bisan karon na-impluwensyahan gihapon ta sa financial crisis. Dili ra kay usa ka lugar ang maka-encounter ani financial crisis. So every country has its ups and downs. Unfortunately, countries having to deal with financial problems, which tend to cause a tremendous effect on the nation as a whole. Second is the financial economics. It is a specific field of economics that involves the application of economic principles to financial markets, corporations, banks, and central banking policies. It is, in general, financial economics is the study of choices consumers, business managers, and government officials make to attain their goals. So, usa sa di siya sa mga nagmonitor sa financial institution o financial planning sa mga tao o sa government agencies and marketing. So, example, COVID-19 pandemic. So, pagbuto pa lang sa COVID-19 pandemic, kita tanan apektado, right? Daghang negosyo ang nasirado o daghang nawalan og trabaho. Then, our government find a way or find a solution sa kini nga problema. Kay walay buhaton nga plano, pwede nga mawad-an o pangita ang mga tao. So, every day our lives are impacted by economics forces, both near and far, making financial economics personal and interesting. So the study of financial economics helps students. They also come to understand personal as well as corporate investment strategies. So the last one is the mainstream economics. So the mainstream economics, it deals with the financial markets, functioning of governments and demand, and supply of goods and services. So mainstream, more on the financial markets. They are responsible for monitoring the demands and supply of goods and services into markets. So example, the invisible hand theory that is responsible for moving markets. So in this theory, individual self-interest and freedom to produce and consume are supposed to collectively maximize the common good.